How's everybody doing today? I'm Brent, and this is Boas and Balls. Another chat, another holding session. I've got a few things we can talk about, I guess. Had a couple comments. Comments are always nice. I really like the comments. This is Captain. He is a black pewter 100% hat clown. This is Captain. He's a good boy. I got nothing but good snakes. Got nothing but good snakes. Alright, let's turn this thing. And sit and hold this guy. Guess we can bring this down. Yeah. Black pewter, 100% het clown, also known as black pastel. Black pewter, black pastel. He's got greens in him. This is almost like drab green. It's really cool, I think. More drab green down towards the bottom of his pad in here. I'll show you his bellies too. I don't know why I don't. He's got just a nice white belly. No, I don't know why I don't ever show belly patterns, because some of them have cool belly patterns. Not so much the ball pythons, but boas. And he's wrapping my wrist. Yeah, turn this down small. I don't have to hold my arms up like that. Been getting a lot of comments. Well, for me, for anybody commenting on my videos, I've been getting a few. And what I think on taking your ball pythons and your snakes out in public video has gotten a lot of views. I got a lot of comments on them, on those views. On those views. I got a lot of comments on that video, and somebody made a good comment, said that they don't feel that you should take them out in public because the public's not actually doesn't realize that snakes could be out there, or didn't have any idea that the snakes were going to be there, and you could make them uncomfortable by doing that. My take on that is, a lot of times that's the only time the public actually gets to see how chill and how docile these snakes can be, is by taking them out in public. And that's then hence why a lot of people do school events with animals and snakes, and I totally agree with that. I think the more we can teach our kids, how to interact and be around animals, the better those kids will be with people. And not always. I'm one. I'd much rather deal with people, animals, than I would people. I'm not really a people person. I don't have a filter. So I'm not, that's the biggest reason I'm not everybody's cup of tea, because I tell it the way I feel. Always have, and I've lost friends because of it, but they weren't real friends anyway if they can't handle the truth. So, but I agree. I mean, yeah, the public probably isn't prepared and ready for that, but maybe it's time that the public should be realizing that, you know, there is absolutely no reason why people shouldn't have these animals, you know, and and show people, you know, just how docile and you know, and they're not bitey. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say that I can rub almost every one of my snakes on the head. The three free pickups are still a little head shy. I can mess with them a little bit like that, but they're still settling in. So I don't, you know, I do this with my snakes that once I get that once they show me that they're you know, that they're not scared of me, you know, in my movements. I mean, I can, ooh, you know, and he's not scared in the least. And no, I don't do, you know, I don't do that crap all the time. I do it here on video just so I can, you know, prove what I'm talking. I'm not just talking out my ass, but, you know. And I do believe that I have snakes that I could take anywhere and they would be fine. And whether the people are fine with it or not, that's on them. It's not even my concern. My only concern is the welfare of my snakes when I have them out. And no, I have never taken mine to the park. And no, I have not gone to the grocery store with my snakes. I said I would if I chose to. It's not that I've got in my head that it's a bad idea. I just haven't done it. You know, I have gone and taken, you know, a snake with me when I've gone to pick my wife up at work. She works 2 miles from home, you know, and I had Foxy out one day and I just tossed her around my neck and I drove down to my wife's work, picked her up. No big deal. I didn't have to worry about the snake. She wasn't trying to get away. Actually, I think she was more content, actually, because there was enough going on, you know. When we were going down the road, she barely move. She just kind of acted like she was just watching, you know, to see what was going on. And like I said, I wouldn't take them to like a motorcycle rally. I wouldn't take them someplace that, you know, there's going to be a whole bunch of people, you know. I'm talking about, you know, and yes, a grocery store's got a lot of people in it, but if I'm just running in, you know, like I said, I have never done it, but I wouldn't have no problem taking most of my snakes into the grocery store and picking up a couple things and then coming back home. I mean, seriously. Pet rock. Oh, I don't know. My personal opinion on the pet rock thing is I think the ones that are pet rocks are the ones that aren't comfortable. You know, to me, I think that's a sign of stress. If when you take them out and all they're doing is just sitting there, I think it's because they don't feel confident enough and secure enough that they can move around. I mean, he's not trying to get away. He's just moving around. And he's been doing that since I've had him out. You know, and I'm not shitting on anybody else that, you know, there's snakes because their snakes don't move around. Some of them might just not move around, I guess, because they are comfortable. But with any of my snakes, I haven't really found that. None of mine have ever stayed like balled up or like right here, like I said, stay. You know, I mean, they all move around like this. And as you can see, I mean, he's really not trying to get away. And Christ, what is it? It's got to be 10 o'clock now. So it's well after normal handling times. You know, like I said, these guys, you know, been getting up at 6 now. So I've been in this room this whole week at 6:15, the latest I've been in here. And because like I said, they're always up moving around, running around in the morning. It's, you know, they're ball pythons are night animals. They're nocturnal. They you know, during the day they like to sleep and hide. You know, the in the wild, even unless they're starving, you're not gonna find them out during the day hunting. You know, they hunt at night, and a lot of times they don't even come out of their holes because a rodent or something will come along and you know, they're opportunist animals. They're not really go out and search for food. Ball pythons are kind of lazy that way. My boy Diablo, he is a king corso, and he's a good boy. He loves everybody. He's great with kids. So are my snakes. This is Captain, and I figured I just talk a little bit about, you know, having your snakes out and all that, and I mean, it's totally up to you too. I mean, these aren't my animals; they're your animals. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do with your animals, just like I'm gonna do whatever I feel is, you know, that is right for my animals. You know. Somebody can tell me I'm doing it all wrong, and that's all right, and I'm just going to take that as that's somebody else's opinion, because my experience with them, and mind you, I've had them over 4 years now, and in my experiences and the way they've been, and no food strikes, and I don't have bad temperaments. I always, you know, they're always just like this. I mean, you know, hopefully you can see. I mean, ton of tongue flickers. He's doing nothing but tongue flickering, you know. And I'm no expert. Everything that I have to share and say is all on personal experience, in my opinion. That is it. I am nobody. You know, I'm just somebody that's got, you know, 36, 37 snakes, boas and balls. You know, I have 5 boas, and the rest are all balls. And my experience tells me that I might not be doing everything perfect, but I'm doing everything well enough that they're happy enough that they have perfect sheds, full sheds. They eat like clockwork, never an issue. You know, might not want to eat this week, but they'll eat next week. You know, no big food strikes. I don't have months of food strikes. You know, and that's how I know. And no hisses and no strikes. Nobody strikes at me. You know, ever. You know, I've never even heard a ball python hiss. Put it that way. And no, that's no big feat, because everybody knows that ball pythons, for the most part, are really docile. But we've all seen there's videos out there that they're not all super chill. You know, not all snakes are super chill. But for the most part, I would say your ball pythons are one of the most, you know, most handleable right off the bat. They're easy to you know, to get them to trust you. You know, they're more suscepting of handling and all that, I think. But granted, I only have experience with ball pythons and boas, so that's as far as my experience with snakes really goes. So I'm as far as boas and ball pythons go, I would say boas are a little easier. You know, they seem to you know, chill out a lot faster. Not that boas are like horrible or anything, because I mean, you've all seen Motley. You know, if you haven't, I've got a ton of videos out too. You know, this is the second one this week, so I'm really trying to hit 2 a week. And I noticed some of my older videos are getting watched more than my newer videos, so I hope everybody goes and at least looks and sees that. I've got quite a few videos out, you know, in the last month. And Motley's out, and Motley's a baby boa, and she wasn't hissy at all when I first got her until she had that bad experience with my son. You know, he got scared and he didn't know how to put her back, and because he's 27, it's not like he's a little kid. He's 27, and he kind of tossed her in there, and it scared her. And then the next couple times that I went to take her out, she was mouth wide open and hissing at me. But it only took two times of taking her out and then holding her like, you know, like I am this guy, and she's never hissed since. You know, she's just actually started coming out to me when I open their tub up, actually, which is cool. And a good way to tell whether your snake's coming out to you or whether they're in food mode. If your snake is stretched straight out like this, you know, like he was, stretched straight out, no coil or anything, you know, if they're stretched straight out, coming out to you, that's not food aggression. That's not them being food aggressive. That's actually them, you know, looking for interaction, to me. That's my opinion on it, because I have lots of them that will do that. I open the tub up and they'll be stretched right straight out, coming right out towards the front of the tub, and that's not a food response. You know, food response would be kind of not necessarily cold up, kind of like this right there. You know, if you see them kind of cold up like this in the front of the tub, kind of like this in the front of the tub, like this, head up, like that, that could be. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean it is, but it could be. You know, if you, I don't know, I'll try to show it sometime. I do have one of the free pickups, one of the normals, the normal, I'm thinking male, I haven't popped him yet. But anyway, he's kind of weird because he looks like he's coming out, but it also looks like it could be a food response because he's kind of essed up too. He's not just coming straight out like that. Like when, you know, when they're right straight out, you know, right straight, I can't get him right straight out. But when they got their neck and they're like right straight out and they're coming out like that, that's not normally a food strike, you know. So, oh, let's see, who else can I take out? I just fed Blaze last night. No, I fed him Monday. I can take Blaze out today. Fix this camera, put it over here like so, and we'll put him back. Just like that. Alright, here comes Blaze. I want the camera to fall down. Here's Blaze. I think I already had Blaze out. Maybe I should take somebody else out. This is Blaze. He is my albino Enchi, 100% het clown. He is the dad of this girl. Let me show you. This little chunky monkey. Look at this little chunky monkey. This is dad and daughter. She is an albino Enchi clown. I hit double recessive. I proved out double recessives in this clutch. You can't really tell, but she's pretty. She's pretty. I'll put these two back because I think I showed everybody Blaze anyway. And I know I showed everybody this girl. And she gets washed out so bad in these videos. Let me There we go. She got those gray eyes. She's gonna get ready to shed. She is very pretty. She's up on Morph Market. I really don't want to get rid of her, but she's got a price tag that says I don't really want to get rid of her too, though. So with the price tag I got on her, somebody would have to love her more than me to want to purchase her, because I really want to produce super inchies. Super inchies, albinos, clowns. And she is going to be the start of that project as long as nobody buys her. Alright. I'm going to take Motley out. Motley hasn't been out in a little while. And I don't know. So, some of you should have seen it, you know, baby boas aren't normally real docile and all that. And my girl is. My girl is so good. She's so good. She's so good. She's such a good girl. Yeah, I know. I'm making fucking weird noises. And they can't hear. And I know they can't hear. And I don't care. I'm still going to talk to them. I'm still going to talk to them. Who knows? Maybe they can feel the vibrations in my voice. And maybe they're soothing. Soothing to them. That's the way I look at it. Oh, I got it. Here we go, girl. Here we go, girl. She is so pretty too. She just shed, what, a few days ago. Full shed. Ooh, can you see that tail? It is so orange. It's not showing up, is it? Her tail is so orange. She is a Motley. 100% het T positive, 100% het for leopard. And I forgot in the last video I named off all my boa names and I forgot to name Motley. We have Foxy, Roxy, Aurora, Raven, and Motley. And this is Motley. I figured it was a good name because she's a Motley boa. I think that's a good girl's name, Motley. I really wish I could show you because her white on her face is like that off-white, almost antique white, and it almost has like a touch of pink in it. It's really cool. It almost looks like blush. You know, a girl's blush. See her iridescence. She's got wicked iridescence too, for not being a black snake. And I love her lines down her back. See those? They're like perfect. She's got like, what, one, I don't know. It's hard to even count how many stripes she's got. It looks like there's only like 2 or 3, but the closer you look, there's more. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lines down her back that you can't even really see. Look at that head. She is so cute. You are such a cutie. You're such a cutie. Yeah, stay in the focus. Stay in there. Stay in the frame. Huh? Stay in the frame, huh? She's not bitey at all. She doesn't hiss. I mean, if my son hadn't done that, she would have probably never hissed. I would never even been able to say that I've heard her hiss. Her and Raven are the only 2 boas I've ever heard hiss. Only snakes I've ever heard hiss. Either my ball python balls hissing so low that I can't hear them, but I don't think it is because they've never even acted like they had a reason to hiss. But you see the tongue flickers. She's really good. They really are. All my snakes. I mean, most people be like, oh, you know, I can't believe you got that around your face. Intrepid Exotics this morning was doing a video, and Silent Bob was sitting right there staring at him, no tongue flickers, and I was like, man, guy, I really hope you look down real quick and see what Bob's doing. But then I was like, man, geez, I don't know if I want him to look down, because sometimes if you go and once you look at him, they'll strike at you too. So I was like, man, I don't know what the hell he should do. But it worked out good. Silent Bob never even remotely close to striking at him. So that goes to show, because I just said in my last video, that's a telltale sign that you could be getting a strike from your snake, is if they're just sitting there looking at you, and they're not, no tongue flickers and all that. And because that's how I've gotten a couple strikes from babies when I first got them. I've just now started letting her go right around my neck. Ball pythons, you want to be really careful about when you first starting to put them around your neck, because they don't know that they have to hang on. I've literally, this girl right here. Hi, pretty girl. This is Storm, and I know everybody's seen her. But this girl right here, when I first got her, she was little, and I was starting to put her around my neck. Well, I automatically assumed that she knew to hold on, and she didn't. And she slid down my arm, and yes, I felt horrible. She started sliding down my arm, so I went to go like this to you know, try to hope I could catch her. And when I did that, I launched her. I launched her off my shoulder. She landed on the floor. I mean, and then, because in the very beginning, I was still, you know, a little scared of them and this and that. So my first reaction was like, oh my God, you know, I knew I didn't hurt her, because I mean, she didn't fall that far, but I did toss her about 3 feet from me when I went like this, trying to catch her from falling off me, and all I ended up doing is catapulting her. And so I ended up going and was, you know, worried she was going to be bitey or hissy, because, you know, I just did that to her. And I walked over, I'm standing over her, and I just picked her up, and she was good. She's always been good. I mean, she's, you know, but they don't always know to hang on. So don't just trust in the beginning that they're going to hang on. Get your tail out of my mouth. So you still, you know, you want to be careful. Boas, though, my boas seem to, it's like, I think it's a natural thing to them to know right from get-go that they have to hang on. I've never even had a boa act like it was sliding on me, you know, gonna possibly, you know, fall or whatever. This is Storm. She is a butter Mojave. Wait a minute. Yes, butter Mojave possible banana. I was right. I don't want to tell anybody wrong, because I do forget sometimes. But for the most part, yes, I know what all my snakes are, because they're pets. They're not, you know, I don't have all these snakes just for breeding. I got all these snakes in the beginning because I didn't even plan on breeding. So I got all these snakes because I just really love snakes. Now, I was scared to death up to 4 years ago, and now I can't imagine not having them. You know, I can't imagine not having to clean, you know, in the morning, have to clean during the day. I can't imagine not interacting with them now, not having them. Be their tree. They'll be as happy as can be if you just be their tree. Be their nice, you know, safe tree. Alright, we'll put her back. Oh, sorry girl, I didn't mean to bump you in the face. I didn't mean to bump you in the face. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy down, this girl down. Here you go, girl, come on. See, just like that. Slow, gentle. slow, gentle, actions with them in the beginning, just so you don't startle them. So you can go right back up around like that. But anyway, I guess that was probably good enough for today. I'm going to try to make these videos not so long. Nobody's got 40 minutes to sit around and waste time. Plus, there's a lot of other people that got way better videos than mine. I appreciate anybody watching my videos. I really do, because I do know that, I'm just a guy sitting here jarring. But there might be something on one of these videos here and there that, might help somebody else out. And that's why I figure I might as well go ahead and shoot them. Because what we think isn't necessarily good videos, other people seem to get something out of them. So as long as I can, I just want to help other people. Get other people off from thinking, that snakes are all bad. And, that they can't be, really docile. They can be puppy dog tame, really. They're not a dog, but they can be as docile and as tame as a dog. They really can. I got a room full of snakes here, and I'm not concerned about any of them really biting me. And I'm not worried about my breath. As you can see, it doesn't seem to bother him. I'm still talking. You can feel the breath coming out of my face. I'm not worried about any of that in the least. But I do want to be able to see the old dude. Come on, little girl. Come on, little girl. Jeez, he wants to just go right back up my face. Get yourself a boa. Get yourself a ball python. And you could be enjoying the interactions just like I am right now. I mean, this is it. To be able to take something that's not supposedly don't like us, and this and that, and to be able to do all the stuff that I do with them and it never be an issue is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. There's no other feeling like it than when you finally gain the trust of these animals. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl, Motley. Motley. But anyway, I guess this has been long enough. I appreciate everybody. Like and subscribe if you would, please. If you don't, I totally understand. It is what it is. But really like to try to build this channel up. Like I said, if anybody's got any suggestions, we can talk about whatever. It's hard for me. I just assume everybody knows all about handling and all that. You know what I mean? So, but you watch how I am with mine. If you do the same things that I am with yours, you're gonna be fine. Your snakes will be fine. You're gonna have great interactions with them. And she just wants to go to my face. But anyway, if you can't be good at it. Cheers.